Welcome to another episode of Justin's Journey. I'm back. I've been gone for a little while, but I'm back. And this episode is going to be all about the importance of really being your authentic self. So I'm back after a little bit of a hiatus, just working on me, and that's okay. We got to allow ourselves to be human, and believe me when I say I am. The format of this show, I don't know what it's going to change into. I've really been finding it as I go, but I guess it will continue to show me what it wants to be. I really encourage anybody that listens, and if you're interested, I mean, if there's one of you or two of you, or if you find this thing a year from now, I don't know, comment and tell me what you would be interested in seeing more of. And if it resonates with me, if it's like, oh yeah, that's just something I hadn't thought of, and that is a great idea, I'll do it. You know, if it doesn't jive with me, I'm like, oh, maybe that's a good idea for someone else. But I really appreciate any feedback anyways. People have told me about ideas from my background that I haven't gotten around to, and ideas about the audio and things I can do to blend that. Oh, and my webcam, I'm using a webcam right now off of a Surface Book, and I think the lighting kind of is constantly adjusting. So people have given me ideas, even just to use a cell phone. They said might improve it quite a bit, and I guess a lot of people are doing that these days. I've looked into that and DSLR options, but I'll happily take all the feedback. I feel like it's so important to say it, how we really need to listen to how we feel on stuff. I made a post on my social media and I said that, and I'll premise all of this. It's never my intention to offend anybody. It really isn't. But I think if we don't all start speaking what we feel truthfully so that we can air it out and get to some sort of actual truth on this stuff, I think if we aren't all truthful with how we feel, we're going to end up going to a place that's a lot worse than, say, having your reputation tarnished by some people that are scared of saying their opinion or whatever. I did this post on social media where I said that COVID started out as the fear of COVID and quickly and increasingly changed to become the theater of COVID. And I don't know how deep I want to get into that, other than to say this last 2 years has probably challenged people more than anything before it, and it made it as more difficult than ever before to be your real self. You could be in a room with a dozen other people, and maybe they all know that anybody that doesn't believe the official narrative is an idiot. And there you are in the middle of them, friends with them all, not believing the official story. So what do? Do you be real and say, I don't feel that way, and take the consequences of that, losing friends, losing work for some people? Or do you not be authentic? And this isn't about what's right or wrong in the discussion. This isn't even about if it was the right thing to take COVID seriously or not. It isn't about that. This is about the consequences of not being your real self. So in that scenario, if you feel like, I don't believe the media, I don't think this whole thing is what they're telling us, you tell that to the wrong group of friends, and it seemed pretty guaranteed that you're going to lose that group of friends and maybe get a good verbal ass kicking on the way out too, because people weren't real patient about this topic. But the flip side is, if you don't be your real authentic self and you just say, yeah, guys, yeah, I feel the same way too. Yeah, a mask's no big deal, right? It's just a thin piece of cloth. If you say that while not feeling that, then the cost is giving up pieces of your soul. It's like it chips away at your soul. I think your best future, I think all of our best futures are not to say no to our soul, not just with this situation, in any situation. And to get better at that, I think that will actually lead us to our best future. I do. And it'll probably be a future that's different from what we're able to envision for ourselves. And that's a good thing to go to that future. I think being your honest self will get you there, even though there's going to be people that judge it for sure along the way. And I think people that deny their souls a little bit, like not a lot of it. I know some really excellent, great people that believe all this stuff. And again, it doesn't have to be this situation. It can be any situation, but people who say no to their soul, I just think the consequence of that is missing out on really being introduced to who you really are. And I guess that's too big of a consequence for me. Hopefully in most future situations, that's true as well. Let me know what you thought of this episode, guys. Or all one of you. I don't know how many people watch this. Maybe no one now, maybe a million people later, maybe 2 now, maybe 0 later. I don't know. If you saw this and there was something that meant anything to you, let me know. Thank you. Have a good day.